This Promontory Park City architectural concept begins with the way the house meets the landscape. The estate is set low against the meadow, rather than competing with the ridgeline, using charred timber, pale limestone, and dark steel to give a large footprint, real restraint. A long arrival court creates a gradual approach. Aspen trunks, native planting, and the low roofline soften the scale, while deep overhangs make the entrance feel protected through every season. From above, the plan reads as a group of connected pavilions gathered around outdoor rooms. That arrangement gives a large home a more settled rhythm, separating quieter suites from the social core without breaking the relationship with the view. The pool, courtyard, and terraces create a sequence of places to spend time outside, while the fairway remains visually present beyond the garden edge. Promontory is known for golf, year-round recreation, and generous shared amenities, so this concept lets the home act as a private base, rather than trying to reproduce the club itself. The entry is deliberately simple. A limestone floor runs towards a tall wall of glass, and the first clear sightline is not towards decoration, but out to the mountains. Blackened steel frames keep the opening precise, while timber overhead brings warmth back into the space. The large pivot door and stone console provide enough ceremony for arrivals, yet there is still room for coats, boots, and the practical demands of a mountain day. At the center of the estate, the great room holds the largest view and the deepest social role. Oak beams add structure above the seating area, and the limestone fireplace gives the room a solid focal point, without closing off the glazing. The furniture stays low and neutral, so the landscape does the visual work. A family can gather here after a day outside, but the proportions also allow a larger group to spread out, without the room feeling overfilled. The kitchen is designed for real daily use, not only for presentation. A long home stone island gives several people room to cook, sit, and talk at the same time. Walnut stools, dark oak cabinets, and a limestone backsplash keep the palate connected to the rest of the home. The view to the aspen grove is intentionally close, creating relief from the long mountain vistas in the formal rooms. Dining sits beside the landscape rather than apart from it. The walnut table gives the room weight, and the limestone hearth brings a low, steady warmth once the evening cools. Full-height glazing at the corner turns the fairway and meadow into part of the setting, without asking the interior to compete for attention. The room feels considered, but not precious. It can host a formal dinner, then return to a family table the following morning. In the main bathing suite, the materials become quieter and more tactile. A sculptural stone bath stands against limestone walls, with oak joinery and black-framed glazing introducing warmth and definition. The aspen view is deliberately filtered rather than panoramic, making this room feel contained and restorative. The layout leaves generous clear floor space around the bath, and the fittings are understated. It takes cues from the wellness culture that is part of Promontory life, while keeping the experience firmly private and tied to the architecture of the house. The primary bedroom is not treated as a showpiece. A low upholstered bed, a limestone hearth, and a pair of lounge chairs create a slower, more sheltered room at the edge of the estate. The broad window wall keeps the fairway and ridge in view, but timber paneling and soft wool underfoot keep the atmosphere grounded. There is enough space to spend a quiet morning here, without turning the suite into another formal living room. A second view of the bathroom shows how the house keeps repeating a limited material language. Stone provides mass, pale oak softens it, and the black window frame gives the room a crisp boundary. The bathtub remains the centerpiece, but the detail is in the practical surfaces around it. generous ledges, neatly integrated storage, and a soft transition from wet area to dressing space. This kind of consistency helps a large home feel coherent. Each room has its own role, yet the materials make it clear that they belong to one considered whole. Family living is given its own proper space in the bunk room. 4 oak sleeping berths are built into the architecture, rather than added as furniture, with reading lights and sturdy ladder details that make the room useful for children, cousins, or visiting friends. Linen bedding and a woven rug keep it warm without becoming overly themed. At the end of the room, the mountain view gives the space the same connection to place as the larger rooms. The media room brings the pace down again. A large linen sectional faces a recessed screen set into a limestone wall, while dark oak joinery absorbs visual clutter and helps control the light. There is no need for excessive equipment on display. The room is set up for film nights, sport, games, and the quiet hours when a full house needs somewhere softer to gather. Leather chairs, a textured rug, and low lighting make it feel warm in winter, yet the material palette keeps it recognizably part of the same mountain modern home. For work or reading, the library and study are placed away from the busiest rooms. Walnut shelving lines the walls, a solid oak desk faces the view, and a small fireplace makes the room comfortable through colder months. The composition is more intimate than the great room, with the aspen grove closer to the glass and the fairway seen beyond. It is a useful example of the estate's balance. There are rooms for groups, but also enough separate spaces for family members to find quiet without leaving the house. The covered terrace is the most direct connection between the social interior and the mountain air. Timber beams echo the great room ceiling, while a limestone fire anchors the seating group against the open view. Deep overhangs make the terrace usable through bright summer afternoons and the first light snowfall, and the furnishing is durable enough for everyday use. Looking across the fairway from here, the house feels embedded in its setting. The architecture frames the view, but it does not try to improve on it with unnecessary gestures. A second outdoor room is built around cooking and long meals. The stone counter and outdoor grills sit beside a weathered timber table, all under a slim black steel pergola. It is a deliberately functional setup, with enough preparation space for a large group, but nothing that interrupts the mountain horizon. This is where the estate shifts most naturally into summer living. Late lunches after golf, family dinners after a day on the trails, or a quieter evening with the fire going as the light moves across the meadow. The pool terrace follows the same disciplined approach. Pale limestone forms a broad deck. Simple low loungers keep the view open, and the infinity edge draws the water towards the fairway and mountains beyond. The timber and glass facade reflects in the pool, tying the outdoor space back to the main architecture. It feels generous without relying on visual noise. In a four-season setting, this terrace would change character constantly. Bright in summer, crisp in autumn, and especially striking when the house is warm against a snow-covered landscape. The wellness suite introduces a quieter kind of luxury. A stone plunge pool, cedar sauna, and low daybed form a compact recovery space, with an aspen grove just beyond the glass. The material choices are intentionally simple because the sense of calm comes from temperature, texture, and light, rather than decoration. Promontory's published spa facilities include treatments, hydrotherapy, steam, and sauna spaces. This private room is not presented as a substitute for those amenities. It offers a smaller, home-based place to reset before returning to the wider club and mountain life. A dedicated fitness studio looks out across the fairway through a long wall of glass. Warm oak overhead stops the room from feeling clinical, while the limestone wall and restrained equipment layout maintain the estate's material discipline. The view is useful here. It gives a daily routine a connection to weather, season, and the movement of the landscape. The room is private and practical, but it also recognizes the active character of Park City, where a home like this needs to support the rhythm of skiing, cycling, golf, and trail days. The wine room is designed as an evening room rather than a display case. Smoked oak storage creates depth along the walls, and a honed stone counter provides a place for a small group to sit and talk. The bottles remain unlabeled, keeping the focus on material, light, and proportion instead of branding. A warm stone wall gives the room a softer glow than the wider entertaining spaces. It is ideal for the final hour of a dinner, when the house needs a smaller room that feels considered, private, and comfortably removed from the main gathering areas. The golf lounge brings another aspect of private club life into the home without overdoing it. Two discrete simulator bays sit behind the seating area, with a fireplace and leather chairs, making the room social even when no one is practicing. Doors open directly to a putting green and the wider fairway, so the room works as a bridge between indoor and outdoor play. Promontory offers extensive golf facilities, including multiple courses and year-round simulator options. Here, the estate's version is simpler, a flexible space for practice, family games, and relaxed evenings. The tour closes as the light falls across the estate. Warm rooms glow through the glass, the infinity pool reflects the darkening sky, and the timber pavilions settle back into the landscape. Nothing about this concept relies on a single dramatic object. Its strength is the sequence: arrival, gathering, rest, outdoor living, and the small private rooms that make a large house workable. It is a Park City mountain home shaped around family time and club life, with materials and views chosen to remain convincing through every season.